Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dodge Motordrome for the fifth race in the 2020 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. It's been 2 weeks since we were at Auto Club Speedway for the fourth race, and what we saw was likely the closest finish of the year by 1/1000th of a second. Carter Friesen beat out James Ellison for the win, and a first career win at that for Carter Friesen. But now we are here at the first short track of the season for the Truck Series. And with that, let's get to the starting lineup. On the pole is Nate Rogers, and next to him is the man who finished second a few weeks ago at Auto Club, James Ellison. Could he get his first career win tonight at the Short Track Stadium? Row 2, a pair of teammates in the form of Audra Baranauskas and Keith Rich. Row 3 is LJ Toledo and Logan York, your defending champion. Row 4, Sam Young and Ace Rogers. And in row 5, we've got Leland Fief and Elijah Gordon. Carter Friesen starting in 11th. Fastest in practice was Ace Rogers. Fastest in happy hour was Casey Nanako. Nanako starting in 13th. Many of you know that this track is more of a top line passing track. Drivers will actually pass to the outside. So starting on the inside line might not be your best bet, except going into turn one. If you get a good restart or a good start, you will clear for the lead. Now remember, it's a short track, no caution flags. So this will be the second race with no yellow flags for the Truck Series. And the first of two races without caution flags is when we go to Martinsville and then Bristol Dirt. There will also be no yellows for those races. Now let's look at some brief history. We've been here once before with the Truck Series back in 2018. Back then, Tony Green won by 0.6 seconds over Alexander Rowe. So that race was also 100 laps. Everyone finished it. So we'll see if everyone can finish the race in 2020 here today. The Cup Series will be running here tomorrow night. That'll be the third race in Cup Series history. Both races there had 41 of the 42 cars finished, but we'll go more into the Cup side of things tomorrow night. But so far this year, 4 races, 4 different winners, 3 of which are full-time drivers. Quentin Moore making his debut in the number 3 Chevy Silverado tonight. It's his first race running part-time. He's running all the short tracks. So far we've had 2 rookie winners, and the prediction was veterans would win a majority of the schedule. So far that's even. 2 veteran wins, 2 rookie wins. And it's a 27 race schedule, so we've got a long way to go with that. But next week, everyone is off for Easter. We'll be taking a week off. And then we'll be back to competition at Martinsville with both the Trucks and the Cup Series. But we're going to focus on the race at hand here. As coming into tonight's race, your points leader is RJ Bishop with a 12-point lead over Henry Sanford. Green flag is out, and Nate Rogers gets an amazing start. So he will clear James Ellison right out of turn 2. We're going to see the speeds are a bit down, I believe, from previous years. If I'm not mistaken, 95 miles an hour. There is not a lot of grip on this track. 18 seconds to get around there on the first lap. And Nate finished 6th place at Auto Club, so part-time driver splitting the 54 truck with Nico Tringali. We'll see what he can get rolling here with this 54 team, but Ellison right on his back bumper for the race lead. As we're already onto lap number 4, this time at the start-finish line. The laps will wind down quickly here at this short track. Third place, Keith Rich. Fourth, Logan York. Fifth, another part-timer in Ace Rogers. Sixth place, Elijah Gordon. Yale Carrillo. On the outside of Baranowskis, stuck on the bottom. There's Carter Friesen, who's made his way to the outside line. Same with Sam Young and Benjamin Ice. There is some three-wide action at the back of the pack, as it looks like they got it settled out. But the top two have pulled a second over Keith Rich, who's chilling in third place, and now Keith Rich being hunted down by Logan York, who will move to the outside of the 21 truck looking for that third place position. 6 laps in, fastest lap goes to the 18 truck by a full 1/10 of a second at that. So look out for the rookie in the 18 machine. He is coming, and he is coming fast. Ace Rogers trying to pass Logan York on the inside line, can't quite get it done. But so far seeing some Toyota power here. Now these drivers will have to pit once tonight, and pitting on a busy pit road versus a clean pit road could make the difference in time gained and time lost. No luck for Logan York passing the 21, and same for Ace passing York, as Carrillo continues to stalk Elijah Gordon for 6th place. Friesen up to 8th. Baranowskis trying to hold on to 9th over Sam Young, and she will do just that. So Benjamin Ice, first man outside the top 10 in 11th. Leland Feep in 12th. LJ Toledo 13th. Carrillo's teammate Cole Baker looking for 14th place from Delon Ibrahimian. Cody Rhodes right behind the 11, and then the 7 is driven by Hillary Sanchez, who just passed the 37 of Colt Hudson. And there's the 3 driven by Quinton Moore tonight here at the Dodge Motordrome, and he'll be making most of his starts these next few races, as he is only driving the short tracks for this 3 truck, which is the entire lineup of the Cup team, Evans, Gardner, Racing, Motorsports, whichever one it is. But they've all got it all planned out, what races they're running. Quinton Moore will be running exclusively short tracks. So we'll see if Quinton can make his way towards the front. Fitzwater won in what has been his only start so far this year, which was back at the Sandy Flats Road Course. And Fitzwater, still with that win, sits atop 6 drivers who are full-timers. With that win alone, he is 35th in the point standings out of 47 drivers. As Nate Rogers has begun to pull away, he's got a second lead now over James Ellison, as Ace Rogers has fallen down to 7th place. But there is Ellison chilling in 2nd place, a second behind the 54. Now the 54 of Nate Rogers, he won a race last year. That was when he was splitting time in the 4 truck with Charles Jackson. If my memory is correct, it was indeed the 4 truck. Or no, he was in the 54. I could have sworn he was in the 4, but I was mistaken. Apparently I was mistaken. No, I could have sworn he was in the 4. I just didn't write down that he was on my notes. So, but Nate won at Bristol Dirt 1 year ago, and now it looks like he's going to win at another short track, unless things go south for this Cup driver. And we could see our second, quote, Leach win, as some people like to call it. Something we only had one of last year, I believe. And we could have 2 already, as the veteran and the Cup drivers have been very, very good so far this year. Well, we're on lap 21. We're already 20% of the way through this race, so we're going to take our first commercial break as Nate Rogers is catching the back half of the field. He's got almost a 2-second lead over James Ellison, and we'll be back with more racing from the Dodge Motordrome. We're back here at the Dodge Motordrome, and just want to highlight the driver of the 23 truck, Andrew Rich, running double duty here in both the Jerky Pro Truck Series and the Digital Storm Cup Series. The one time he can do this full-time, as he's never been in the Truck Series before and likely will never be in here full-time again. But Rich has not shown the success we thought he would have, even though he won back at Daytona. Rich currently sits... Where does he sit in the points here? I am looking for him right now. He sits 20th in the points. That win from Daytona is his only top 5 and his only top 10. He's had poor finishes everywhere else. His average finish is 24. Fourth year veteran rather, son Keith Rich doing a lot better than his father Andrew. He's 14th in the points, but Andrew Rich currently running in 21st place at a track he's won at in the Cup Series. Meanwhile, the 54 of Nate Rogers continuing to inch away from second place James Ellison, who is by himself, and as you can see, the 54 has already put one truck a lap down, and that's the 16 of Jeff Toledo. And now the 54 will begin putting more trucks a lap down. This could potentially allow Ellison to catch back up if he's running the bottom line, which is known to not be the preferred line to run. He is in lap traffic, however, though, so he could maybe make it work, but Ellison could see himself closing the gap. Yep, there's 2/10 right there. So we could see the 48 close the gap back down a wee bit. Logan York has made it into third place all on his own, as Yale Carrillo sits in fourth. Ace Rogers back up to fifth. Friesen sixth. Gordon 7th, Keith Rich has fallen to 8th, and he's now under pressure from Sam Young, who's in 9th place. Benjamin Ice into the top 10 as Baran-Oscas has fallen to 11th. Not much else going on outside the top 10. Quinton Moore still 17th. As drivers begin to go a lap down, James Ellison is really hunting down that margin. It's down to 1.65 seconds. As the 54 truck is still running the bottom, trying to pass the 25 of Dylan Thomas. As I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there is a lot of construction work going on in this house right now. Nate Rogers finally backing off. He's lost half of his lead. And the big thing to worry about is if, not really Ellison catches him, because he knows he can hold off Ellison, but more so if York or Carrillo get up here, because they have shown to have about the same pace as him, and if they get by him, it would probably be very tough for him to get back by for the lead. But so far, Nate doing very well. Speaking of Nate, let's see where he is in the points. This is his third race. He's got the one top 10 from Auto Club. He's actually 31st in the points, and the highest of part-time drivers with multiple starts. Zach Rogers not running this race tonight. He is one position ahead of Nate coming into the race tonight. But they actually have the same point total of 68 points, a top 10 each. The only thing different is Zach's average finish is a 9.5 to Nate's 10.0. Ace also running his third race tonight. Ace is all the way down in 40th in points with 53 points accumulated on the season. As Nate Rogers running back in line, beginning to pull out the distance on Ellison once again. Logan York has gained almost a second and a half over the 18 of Carrillo. As Sam Young, Benjamin Ice up to 8th and 9th, Keith Rich down to 10th. So now the difficult thing for the 54 is he does not want to be going in pit road behind lap traffic. By the way, as we're coming into the race tonight, let's take a look at your playoff grid current look. with their wins. Carter Friesen, 3rd in points. Cage, 13th in points. And Andrew Rich, 20th in points. Still all in the top 25. The other 9 drivers right now on points are Jay Bishop, Henry Sanford, James Ellison, Michael Markle, Colt Hudson, Yale Carrillo, Lucas Catano, Adam Flickinger, and Jeremiah Dwayne. So a couple of rookies in there, but also a decent amount of veterans as well. The finale once again will be at Texas this year. It'll be the 2nd year where the finale has been at Texas. We saw Homestead the first 2 years, and we could likely see a new track for 2021, keeping up the tradition of the finale switching hands every 2 years. Tracks rumored to take that finale slot include Auto Club, and actually that's the only rumored track right now is Auto Club. We're not really sure where it could go. NRSL executives are assuring the fans that it won't be a super speedway, and it likely won't be a road course. If they were to consider road course at all, it would likely be Papyrus. But we'll see what they decide on. There's still a full year of competition to go through here, as we are only in April? Yes, I believe so, April. But we are just about halfway through this race, so we should expect pit stops soon. Ellison's closed it back into 1.28 seconds, and Logan York has flown up here 1.7 seconds. Could the 2019 champion score what would be, I believe, his 3rd career win? And then he would tie Dylan Young and Charles Sanford for most all-time wins. Charles Sanford running part-time this year. Dylan Young is not. Speaking of Charles Sanford, Gene Sanford is in the 8 truck tonight. Gene is running, oh, she was farther back earlier, but there she is now in 31st place, just behind Henry Sanford, her brother, in 30th. So far, 54 truck trying again on the inside of Dylan Thomas. I just don't think that's the way you want to go, as Ellison is trying to hold off Logan York for 2nd place. Ellison has shown some strong speed this year so far. That was an odd line. Ellison's coming to pit road first. So James Ellison and Yale Carrillo are the first 2 down pit road. And Ellison's got the very first pit stall, so that could benefit or hurt him potentially. Oh, and it looks like the 19 missed pit road. Can't really see. We're going to go to the pace truck here, and the trusty spectator camera. As Benjamin Ice had actually come down a lap before. He's the first one out of pit road, but this is where things can get crazy. Is pit exit. Elijah Gordon and Keith Rich had also come down. And now we got to see, where does James Ellison come out? Oh yes, there it is. The pit stall hurt Ellison. He comes out behind the 18 of Carrillo. Bumper to bumper. The side-by-side stuff's what to watch out for. Oh, it's Onjak and Ibrahimium. Ooh, that was kind of close. Greg Torres is side-by-side with Michael Markle. Ooh, that was almost dangerous. There's Logan York in the 33 and the 2 of Ace Rogers. I'm not sure what the 54 is right now. Oh, he's actually in 3rd place. Nate Rogers has lost his lead to the 18 and the 48. But everyone in and out of pit road. But it's Yale Carrillo in the race lead by 1.1 seconds over James Ellison, as now Nate Rogers has fallen down to 5th. 3rd place, CO2 of Carter Friesen, and 4th, the 78 of Benjamin Ice, as Nate is stuck on the inside line. He could potentially lose 5th place to Elijah Gordon. 7th is Sam Young, 8th Logan York, 9th Leland Fief, and 10th is Ace Rogers. But a change in hands of positions. It's the 18 of Yale Carrillo in the race lead, but he's dealing with lap traffic of his own, as only 29 trucks are on the lead lap now. And it looks like Bradley Ream and Adam Flickinger had issues on pit road. They are both several laps down. We'll see if Yale can hold the race lead. Oh, there's Adam Flickinger coming out of pit road. So whatever issue he had took many laps to deal with. But we're going to take one more break, and we'll be back for the conclusion of the race here at the Dodge Motordrome in the 5th race of the Jerky Pro Truck Series. We're back at the Dodge Motordrome, and if things stay the way they are, this is likely going to be your fastest lap of the race recipient, Jeremiah Dwayne in the 92 truck, but he currently runs 28th place, so not a good running for the rookie. Right behind him is race leader Yale Carrillo. We are officially 2/3 of the way done with the race. Quickly back to Jeremiah Dwayne. He sits 10th in the points right now. It's him and several rookies, Bradley Ream, Jeff Toledo, Matthew Logan, Leland Fief. The handful of rookies close on getting in the playoffs right now on points. Yale Carrillo coming into the race 7th in the standings with just one top 10 on the year through 4 races. Could be looking at his first career win. And the 3rd rookie win on the year. He's got teammate Greg Torres behind him, who is a lap down shield at this point. The 20 and the 22 in between Carrillo and Ellison, who is looking to get the win he could not get a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago at Auto Club. And the man who snuffed that win from him, Carter Friesen, sits in 3rd. Could Friesen go back to back? Benjamin Ice chilling in 4th. A lot more lap cars to Nate Rogers in 5th. As Logan York is down in 8th. It looked like York had the truck to beat there at the end of the first run, but he's still 5.8 seconds behind. Leland Fief into the top 10 after pit stops, and Ace Rogers into 10th. As the lap traffic is getting antsy with Yale Carrillo, this is what Ellison needs. Ellison does not have anyone on his bumper. And Greg Torres is going to make a move on the 18, trying to get his lap back. That's what Carrillo does not want to see, is his teammate trying to pass him for the lead lap. By the way, speaking of drivers who fell out of the top 10, Keith Rich, 13th place. Baran Oscus, 16th place. Cole Baker was top 15, he's down to 20th. Quinton Moore was top 20, he's down to 23rd. Other than that, I don't recall anyone being up near the front. Nope, that's it. So Torres continuing the fight with his teammate as Ellison has made it to the outside of Bradley Ream, but he doesn't get the run off the corner he needed. And Michael Markle is closing in. Well, this time Ellison might have a pretty good shot. Nothing going yet again. With Bradley Ream, if Ellison can get by the 22 right when the 20's getting by the 18, that could be huge. Torres continues to go to the outside of his teammate, just looking to get a lap back. Maybe Torres feels he can do something and catch this 4-truck pack here. That's got Lucas Catano, Jeff Toledo, Jeremiah Dwayne, and Jesse Turner in it. And Torres could likely gain several positions from that. However, Jeff Toledo already a lap down, so that not for position at all. We're under 25 to go. Things are getting strenuous. Torres does it again, but he's just making the move all wrong. Ellison continues to get closer to the bumper of Ream. Friesen and the others are moving in too. If Ellison wants to get to the lead, he's going to have to try and make a move himself. Torres is making another move again to the outside. Ream got a bad exit off of 4, and that's going to open the door for Ellison. Can he get enough of a run to stick to the outside? Michael Markle's going to get on his inside. Torres is making a move on the outside yet again. As now Ellison will have to fight his way past the 22. I believe the 22 has 1 lap fresher tires, and it shows right there. Ellison cannot pass the 22. He needs Ream and Torres to get by the 18 for him before he can get to Carrillo himself, and Torres has got a very good chance at it right here. And if Ream gets to Carrillo's outside, it could be over for Yale Carrillo. Torres gets on by. That's 1 lap truck. We're under 20 to go. It could be tough for Carrillo to get back by Ellison if he gets there. There goes Ream. Ellison's peeking his nose to the outside of the 18 truck. Can he get a move going? His nose is there, not quite on the fender though. Well, James Ellison is chasing this time. Last week, or 3 weeks ago, I keep getting it mixed up. Last race, Ellison was the hunted. Now he's the hunter. And he's got to be mindful. Benjamin Ice is in 3rd. And Friesen in 4th, right in range. It'll be 15 to go at the start-finish line. James Ellison came so close back at Auto Club. He lost it by 1/1000th of a second. Is he going to finish 2nd again here tonight? Does he have an opportunity to get by the 18? Michael Markle and Max Anderson are lap down trucks as well that could have the speed to get by the leader. But they are keeping their distance. They are watching the 48 and the 18 right now. There's a bit of gas from Ellison looking to the outside line. But he can't quite get there. As you see, Torres and Ream are on the bumper of Jesse Turner ahead. So they definitely had the speed to get by the 18. It was just a matter of time. Ellison making the move again. 12 laps to go. Carter Friesen's back into 3rd. Could Friesen have a shot at this if he gets here? Ellison seems evenly matched with the 18. It's going to take a slip-up of some kind by Carrillo for Ellison to have a chance. Ellison looked a little lower that time by. That's not what he wanted to do. And let's just take a look at the pit lane 2 camera. As you can see how everyone is across this stadium racetrack with the football field in the middle. Ellison's just trying everything he can to peek to the outside of Carrillo. Time is running out. It's 9 to go. There's another peek to the outside line. What can Ellison do? He's running out of options. He's looking higher. He's looking higher again. Does he get the gas down? No, he can't quite do it. Can just see just so much struggles. 8 laps to go. Ellison's peeking again to the outside. He enters a little higher in 3. He looks all the way to the outside, coming through 4. Yale Carrillo is just driving his butt off right now. It's a Toyota versus Chevy battle, which I believe was the battle 2 years ago when Tony Green beat out Alexander Rowe. Except it wasn't this close. 6 to go. Ellison's about as close as he's going to get until he can make a move. These drivers pit on the same lap. It's going to come down to skill and the truck. Ellison continues to look, but he lost time that lap. 5 to go for Yale Carrillo. 0.5 tenth in his favor. Can Ellison do anything? He's got the speed to get there, but he's just losing it. The laps continue to tick. It's going to be about a minute now until we find out who the winner of tonight's race is. They're catching Jesse Turner. Could that have anything to do with the race? Ooh, it looked like Carrillo had a bad corner, but Ellison had the same. Could spacing himself out give himself a better opportunity? I don't know. Benjamin Ice is passing Friesen for third. 2 to go. Ellison to the outside of turn 4 again. He closes back in. One wrong move with this lap truck of Jesse Turner, and it's over for Carrillo. Coming to the white flag. Ellison to the outside again. One more lap to go at the Dodge Motordrome. Carrillo in the lead since the pit stop. Coming to the checkered flag. Ellison looks high again, but he's not quite gonna get there. It's gonna be Yale Carrillo getting his first career win in the NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. Back-to-back races. James Ellison will finish in second place. Third goes to Benjamin Ice. Fourth, Nate Rogers. Fifth, Carter Friesen. Sixth, Sam Young. Seventh, Elijah Gordon. Eighth, Ace Rogers. Ninth, Logan York. He got it down to 4 seconds. And 10th will be LJ Toledo. Officially, Ellison retired as he had the first pit stop before everyone else had finished, but it was around 0.2 of a second for the win. But what a race here from the Dodge Motordrome, hoping the Cup race tomorrow night is just as good. That race will be an extra 25 laps in length. Hope you all enjoyed the 5th race of the season here in the Dodge Motordrome. I will see you all in 2 weeks for Martinsville, which will surely be a chaotic race. That race also 100 laps in length. So I will see you all for the Cup race tomorrow night, and then for the Truck Series in 2 weeks at Martinsville.